Right, so now we've got our basic model of our varnish bottle here. We need to start editing it to improve it. So the first thing I need to do is make the bottle hollow. So I'm going to turn off the cap. I'm going to choose from my select command the solid, and I'm going to go back to display and make my bottle opaque. That's just so you can see what I'm doing a little bit more easily. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. Back in design, I can choose shell. Choose the top of the neck of the bottle, click on it, and you'll see that actually what it's done is made my bottle hollow, giving it a 1mm thickness. I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to click on the tick. Let's go back to home. Now I want to start rounding off some of the edges on this bottle because they're all a little bit too sharp. So use the pull command. I can select an edge. I've got an arrow there pointing in, so if I push that in now, it starts to round off the edge. I'll hit space and type in 1.5. Now I could do more than one edge in any one time. So if I choose that edge, hold down Control, choose that edge, and you see they've both gone yellow, and then put my mouse roughly where the back edge is, and then rotate the wheel of my mouse to help me scroll through. Where is it? It's around about here somewhere. There's the back edge. The edge is there. Okay, so you can see it's gone yellow as well. Click on that. I've now selected all three of the remaining edges. So now when I move that arrow in, I'm doing a round on all three, 1.5mm. Alternatively, I could double click on an edge and you'll see Space Claim automatically picks up the associated edges. So rotate that, 1.5, move the bottle and do the bottom edge. Let's just move that in. There we go, 1.5. Okay. So we've got our bottle there. So let's click on solid again with select, go to display, and I can change that back to transparent. Okay, let's activate the cap. Right click on it, activate component. I'm now going to edit the cap because it looks a little bit too flat on the surface here compared to our picture. The cap in the picture looks like it's slightly off the top of the neck here. So I'm going to turn off the bottle, rotate that around, use the pull command, choose the bottom of the cap, and I'm just going to take it up a fraction. Oops, probably only 0.5mm. I'm going to choose the top edge, and I'm going to pull that in, I'm going to make that a 2, so I've rounded that off 2, and I'm going to round this bottom edge off 1. So what I've done here, look, is just shaped the cap a little bit. The brush isn't long enough, so I'm going to choose the end of that, I'm going to pull that down a bit. That looks a bit silly, so I'm going to choose the top here, and I'm going to pull that down a bit. There we go. So I've just extended the brush and rounded the top and bottom edges of my cap. Let's put the bottle back in place. That looks a lot better. Okay. I can go on to now create a dimension drawing of this. So let's just have a go. I'm going to click on File, click on New, and Drawing Sheet. Let's turn off the image. Now the first thing I'm going to do is click on Format, and I'm actually going, for this object, I'm going to choose A4 Portrait. You'll see I've got an image over here on the right hand side, so we select it on, I can just click on it, and I'm just going to delete it. The reason I'm not going to use that one is because it's symmetrical, this object, the side view and the front view are going to look the same. Okay, I'm going to change the scale to 2 to 1. And I'm just going to move that off. I'm now going to do a cross-sectional view. And I'm going to choose this object, and I'm going to move that A line, you can see it there just moving with my mouse. Okay, so let me just repeat that. Cross section. I'm choosing this object here, the front view, and then as I come across the plan view, I get an A line, and I can click when it's roughly central. You click on it, and you can see there now we've got a cross-sectional view of our bottle. And what I mean by that is I've sliced it in half. Let's just view again. Now with selector on, you see when I hover over towards an object I get a border. If I click on that border, I can then drop down this menu and I can put in hidden line removed. Okay, once again with this one. Okay, so now I'm showing it as a line drawing. Okay. What we can now do is go to dimension, and I can put on some basic dimensions. So I'm going to start off by choosing the bottom edge, and I'm going to choose the top of the bottom, and I'm going to create a dimension. I can do the same with the cap. I click on the outside of the cap and then come towards the top. Because it's round, it knows it needs to give me a diameter. I can also choose that point there, and that point there. You get the dimension for the cap. So I can start to add some of the features on here that I need. The section AA, I'm going to actually move that and put that to the side here. And then I can go to note and I can click in here. Now varnish bottom. And there we have it. So in our tabs at the bottom now, I've got my image that I've tried to copy. There's my attempt at a nail varnish bottle, and I've got a working drawing as well. I hope the videos are useful to you. Good luck, and it'd be great to see what you come up with.